I was born in Quezon City, the Philippines, a third world country with 110 million people. We moved to Hawaii because of martial law, and we moved when I was 3 years old, my family and I. We moved to a place called Kalihi, which is known for, in the islands, as having a very high crime rate, a lot of poverty, a lot of homelessness, and that's where I grew up. It was probably a huge shock for my mom, bringing in 3 small kids and a husband and moving into a very small 3rd floor apartment in the middle of poverty. So my dad he started off as a door-to-door salesman selling encyclopedias and vacuum cleaners, and he had resilience. You know, he was a very, very good, what I call rainmaker, and probably got a lot of who I am today because of my dad. A lot of the books that I read, he recommended. The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandini, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I had a huge influence from my dad. And my mom was a teacher, and my grandmother was also a teacher as well too. So as educators and people who were interested in helping and serving the community, I also really have that in me as well too, because I really love to serve, really love to contribute, and I really love to help people learn and grow. So in the apartment in Kalihi, my mom had 2 more kids, so we ended up being five kids, and you know, a mom and a dad cramped in this very, very small apartment. And my dad just worked hard. He was constantly working, constantly reading, constantly growing, and eventually, because of hard work and because of being in a great place, a great country like the United States, he ended up being able to move us in just a few years from Kalihi to a much better neighborhood called Hawaii Kai, where the environment is just really conducive for raising a family and raising a family very well there. It's a very beautiful place. I grew up surfing on Sandy's Beach. I grew up in a place called Portlock, very, very close to Hanauma Bay, and it was just really, truly magical growing up in Hawaii. I have 6 businesses, and one of the other businesses I have is the waxing company, which we started in 2009. It's really fantastic because I was able to learn from all the other businesses that I have and be able to grow it and see it profitable within 120 days. Even when we started at the depth of recession is really amazing. We have a lot of great clients. We have a lot of great reviews on Yelp. We're listed #1 waxing salon in Honolulu, and so I'm just really thrilled of its success. I am so fortunate to have 2 beautiful girls, Malia and Kailani, and also a husband, Rodney, who's also my rock. He works with us in all my businesses. I named my 2 kids, Malia and Kailani, Hawaiian names, because growing up in Hawaii was magical. And you know, I always have these dreams and wishes to move back here. I still feel a really strong connection to this place. Malia means beloved, Kailani means water from heaven. And I really love sharing the spirit of aloha, the spirit of generosity, the spirit of giving back, and the spirit of love with them. I want to change the world. You know, that's really primarily why Mavens TV is so important to me, because I really believe in the power of the creative woman entrepreneur and all aspiring entrepreneurs. I really believe in everyone's potential. I really believe in their greatness. I really believe that everyone can flourish. And the reason why I really want to rally around women entrepreneurs in particular is because they're the first ones to give back to the community. And when you give back to the community, the whole world and the whole humanity is lifted. And that's really my goal, is to bring light, bring knowledge, bring wisdom back into the world and have everyone succeed gloriously.
I absolutely loved growing up here in Hawaii. I think that growing up here in this very special place, you definitely get a sense of the spirit of aloha. And here we like to say you live aloha, and aloha means love. And therefore, I try to imbue love in everything that I do now, even in life. And that means compassion for others. It means respect for the power of nature. And that would also mean giving back to your community, because when you give back and you build everyone up, we come up and we're stronger together. I grew up in Pupukea, which is on the north shore of Oahu. That's where all the big surf happens every winter. And Pupukea means God's country. I love that because when you're there, you definitely feel it. There's a certain sense of belonging and harmony with nature. And I feel very fortunate to have that opportunity to experience that. In Pupukea, there's a heiau, which is an ancient Hawaiian temple, and it's placed right above Waimea Bay. It's this amazing view that you have of Waimea Bay, and when you're up there, it's so quiet, and you hear the breeze blowing, and you just really are connected to the land and also to the history of this amazing state. One of the reasons that people visit the heiau is not only to experience such a sacred place, but also because you could go and actually take a rock, wrap a tea leaf around it, put it on the wall and make a wish, manifest something that you desire in your life. And so it's really neat when you walk around the wall, you can see people's wishes along the wall. My mom was an educator, still is an educator in education. My dad was a child psychologist, and I was really fortunate that I actually got to go to the school that my mom started here in Hawaii. It's still here, it's Hawala School. I learned so much about having respect for others, taking responsibility for myself, being resilient in what I do, and having intention with everything that I do. That led me to have the opportunity to go to Punahou School, which is one of the oldest schools, I think it's the oldest school west of the Mississippi. It's founded in 1841. President Obama went there. It was an amazing place. I feel very fortunate to get to go and experience what such a high-end institution can provide for you. I wanted to be a part of Mavens TV because I've been working for myself. I have my own business for about 14 years, and I really wanted to reach a larger audience and help more women than I've been doing now, which is very one-on-one. I have a one-on-one relationship with a lot of my clients. And so being able to produce content that I know I would want to watch, as well as getting to know these amazing people in workshops that we're doing throughout the country and the world, I've had the opportunity to interact, to have an impact, and help them really figure out what their why is, why they're doing what they're doing, who they're helping, what value that they're providing, and that's really important to me. I have a 7-year-old little girl who I absolutely adore. She's amazing. I certainly try to teach her about the spirit of aloha with giving back herself. So we volunteer together, and I try to remind her on a daily basis about what it is to have compassion for other people and patience and understanding. I hope that I have influenced her and that she will grow up herself to do the same and pay it forward. With Mavens TV, it was really important for us to come up with our own core values. And we came up with a little acronym. It's SPARK, S-P-A-R-K, because we want to be the spark and we want to inspire others to be the spark and continue that on. Start the fire. And S stands for show up. That means show up in heart, mind, and spirit. Really give it your all, be present. The P for us stands for purpose. Really coming with a purpose and having an intention with everything that we do. The A is aloha always, and that would be the spirit of aloha, which we grew up with and so lucky to grow up with, and that is having compassion for others and really giving back to our community. The R for us stands for remarkable, and that means we want to be remarkable in everything that we do. The K for us is knowledge and wisdom empowers, and what that means is we try to provide knowledge for others to empower them, but we also have a thirst for learning and want to gain as much knowledge and wisdom as we can as we continue on this journey.